Hey guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Legend of Legaia. Alright, so we are inside of Juggernaut here, and it looks like we have reached the part where all the villagers have been absorbed. So let's continue on. Now, as we head to the north from here, we're going to reach a little V-shaped platform with the Elder right here at the bottom. Why, Vaughn? I thought the mist was all gone. Yeah, well, I thought so too, but apparently Juggernaut had other plans. Alright, so let's, I think, head up here to the north, and then once we go north again, we're going to reach this platform here with Val. Vaughn, don't worry about me. I'm alive. What's more important is, what are you going to do? We're going to destroy Juggernaut, of course. I see. I'm sure you can do it. Take this with you. Alright, and we get a miracle water. Vaughn, I'm so proud of you. Yeah, well, thanks. I'll definitely have to make sure to do what I can. Alright, so let's make sure to use that miracle water real quick. Again, I don't know, Gala. Doesn't really matter that much at this point, I don't think. Okay, so now let's head back here a little bit, and this time take a left, and this will let us get up here and to the exit of this area. Alright, so here, again, this is another area that very much reminds me of Grandia 2. I keep making that comparison, but it reminds me a lot of the Valmar stuff he had to do in that game. So alright, let's head this way. We're going to take a right turn, and then we're going to take a left turn. Now, just after you make this turn, start vigorously checking the right wall. Just mash X, and you can see we actually picked something up there. I kind of skipped through it because I was mashing it a little too fast. But if we go through and check this out, we just picked up this right here, the metal goblet. As you can see, AP remains at 100. It has the very same effect that the what was that thing called? The thing we got for Dr. Usha from Teague. Chaos Droplet or something like that, I don't know. But it's the max AP effect, and this time we actually get to keep it. So it's a little bit more balanced at the end of the game, I suppose. I know I forgot to give Gala the metal gem. Thankfully, we haven't been getting into too many battles here, so it didn't really matter. But now we can give him the metal goblet. Since his AP will remain at 100, that's pretty much all he needs. It's, you know, gonna give about the same effect the metal gem did anyway. Okay, so now we can keep going on to the north. One more chest here with a Raseru thongs inside. Don't get excited, they're for Gala, and they're sandals. Okay, sorry, I had to, the opportunity was there. So let's go ahead and put those on. Now everyone's got 3 out of 4, all we need left are the weapons. So then we can continue going to the left, and through this path here. Now we're just about at the end. This is pretty much the last little section. Alright, this path, I believe, is pretty much linear for the most part until we get to the next section. Let's just keep on going down. Alright, now here we're going to start having some forks that we can take, and this is also going to give us the rest of our equipment. We want to head to the right here first, grab this chest. There's a Raseru club inside, which is obviously a weapon for Gala. So let's go ahead and equip that, and now he has his final armor set, all Raseru stuff. Everyone's, of course, going to look like that at the end. Okay, so now this time I think we need to take the left path. Yes, this will bring us to a chest that has a magic armband. Kind of useless, but, well, it's there. Okay, so let's head on back. Now we're going to have 2 more forks, of course, for 2 more weapons, Vaughn and Noah. First, we're going to head to the right, pick up this chest with a Raseru fangs inside, which is going to be Noah's weapon. So now her equipment is complete. I also put on the shoes that I got earlier for her. Head on down one more time to the right again. Take us to the last chest with a Raseru blade, and now Vaughn's equipment is all finished up. And now that we have everyone's equipment, I'm probably going to show whatever the next battle is that I get to so we can check everybody out. I'm telling you, the final armor looks really cool. And this right here, I will always remember, because this is basically the final screen in the game. Once we, you want to jump on these 2 things, that'll open the door and let us get on through to face the final boss. So, let's see. Let's go ahead and just get into a battle real quick, like I said, so I can show what everybody looks like now. Because we are pretty rockin', I gotta say that much. Looks like we're fighting level 3 Gilliams. So here's Vaughn. I don't know, looks kind of typical. I think Vaughn's probably the worst looking out of the 3. The blade's kind of neat, but I don't know. Otherwise, he kind of just has the same gray color scheme that's been going on for a while. Noah, on the other hand, has some very large, like, wings on her head, which is kind of interesting, and kind of a large red claw that she can use. And, of course, a bright blue colored, you know, dress there or whatever. So spare that. And Gala is just absolutely cool. I really like Gala's armor. Very, very, like, covered, and I like the helmet, too. It might look kind of dorky, but I don't know. I like the way it comes down. His weapon's kind of weird, though, but oh well. So let's just go ahead and do this battle, I guess. It's kind of neat to see everybody fighting in their final attire. And yeah, here's the Gilliam level 3. We haven't seen them yet, but we haven't really seen too much of the Gilliams anyway. So I don't know, it's not really that big of a deal. You probably didn't get attached to the other ones. There's a nice look at Gala's armor there. So yeah, we are definitely in very good shape. Alright, so let's go ahead and attack. Oops. There we are. Pretty sure she had that in already. Alright, so let's check out the Miracle Arts with everyone in their final forms. Wow, that didn't kill it? Really? Oh, man. Yeah, while Noah's, like, hair thing looks a little bit goofy, I gotta say, I don't know, I kinda like it for some reason. That's really cool looking. Alright, so let's, I'm gonna finish up this battle and then I'll meet you afterwards. Alright, so there you go. Now, like I said, this is pretty much the final screen. Once we go in there, that's final boss time. Obviously, like I've also said, we've still got a couple other side quests that we need to be finishing out. So what I'm actually going to do right here is something a little bit unorthodox. I'm going to do some loading, and I actually have a save that's right in this spot that I want to load up, because I've actually done a little bit of work off screen, but in a slightly different way. I'm just going to be the save over here, I think. If you look at our levels, you can see that I've actually brought Vaughn up to level 50 while keeping everybody else around the same. And basically the reason I did that is mostly for the muscle dome. Everybody else would have been fine if we would have just stayed at the same levels. We would have been able to take out that optional boss with it. We would have been able to beat the game with it. But the problem is the muscle dome is very difficult. It's going to be Vaughn solo, so he needs to be a little bit higher level than everyone else. Now, if you're wondering exactly how I did that, I guess we can get into that a little bit. You can see I've got the Crimson Book already on him, and everybody else, their equipment doesn't really matter. Basically, I don't know if it's going to be this battle or the next one. It alternates between Gilliam or Puera, and I want to get into a battle with the Pueras here. Alright, so here we are. This is the Puera level 3. Now, if you remember, the Puera has the Death Game card game type thing, you know? So, basically what I want them to do is actually use that on both Noah and Gala. The goal is to kill both of them off, so Vaughn is going to get all the experience at the end of this. So basically, just find your red card and follow it, or follow the blue card so you know which one not to pick. And this time we're going to kill off Noah. And she makes some weird noise. And just working out perfectly, I went ahead and used the death game on Gala next. And this will kill off Gala. Now, Vaughn is going to get all of the experience from the battle once he wins. These guys are pretty easy to take out because they use that death game a lot, as you can see. So it's not really too dependent on Vaughn's attack power. So let's go ahead and pick the correct card this time. Right here. That'll kill that one off. And now I also, as you probably saw in the equipment screen, gave Vaughn the Metal Goblet, which means he can do Vaughn's Craze, which will take out one of them. So there we go, took that one out with plenty of damage. You can see Vaughn's actually also doing quite a lot. And then this one, it usually either does the death game or just another attack that you can take it out on the next turn. So once we finish this, that one will die and the battle's been won. Now Vaughn is going to get all the experience from this, which as you can see totals just under 12,000, and he also has the Crimson Book, which is going to boost it by a little bit more. I'm not sure, it's probably a percentage. But basically, you keep doing that. You see Noah and Gullah do come back with 1 HP, which means you do have to try to kill them off each time. Sometimes you have to split it, which is why Noah gained a level there. But you can see, basically, if you do this, Vaughn's experience, his total is about 1.2 million, whereas everyone else just has about 600,000. So, you know, I've pretty much doubled the experience that these two have just by doing this, and Vaughn levels up using that method about every 2 or 3 battles at the start. By the time you get about to level 50, it's maybe every 3 or 4 or 5, perhaps. But, yeah, pretty much I just went ahead and leveled him up to that, really just in order to prepare him for the Muscle Dome, which we're going to be doing in a little bit. Alright, so let's go ahead and use the Door of Light to get out of this place. Don't worry, you can come back in anytime you want. You do have to run all the way back through the dungeon, but it's really not too big of a deal if you're not trying to collect everything. Alright, so the first order of business is actually, well, it's probably going to be to heal up the others, so I guess we can just go ahead and use items, it doesn't really matter, we've got plenty at this point. Healing berries will work. Alright, so now where we're going to go is we're going to use the Door of Wind. We're going to take ourselves to Booma. We are going to fight the optional boss next, and it's on top of Mount Denny. Now, you may not remember exactly where that is, but it's actually to the north and west of Booma. This is the closest place we can go to. Alright, so in order to get there, I'm going to... we're going to end up switching our equipment around a lot, too, so for now I'm just going to go ahead and put these on Vaughn since he's here. Good luck bell, and the chicken heart as well. Alright, so let's make our way on up, and it's going to be up through this way, this little mountain path. This is the one that was blocked off by ice before, when Koru was blocking it, so this is the way we need to go through. And you can also kind of see some remnants of the floating castle over there in the top right. Alright, so as we slowly make our way to the left again, I wish you could use the Door of Wind to get back to dungeons, but mountains or forests or whatever. That's alright, we are almost there. And the optional boss is, of course, going to be at the summit. Now, you may not remember Mount Denny. It wasn't exactly the most memorable place, but we needed the Soarin' Flute in order to get in here. It had the big winged gate at the start. And there it is. So let's run on in. Now, it's pretty quick to get to the summit. It's a fairly straightforward path, especially once we start running away from battles and everything. And head up this way, then to the cave on the right. Going down to the left. This will lead us back around and outside. Now let's keep on going across that awesome little waterfall jump. And on up into another cave. Then once we get through this one, I think we should pretty much be at the summit, if I remember correctly. But again, I might not. Actually, I don't think I am. Okay, so maybe it's a little bit longer of a walk than I first thought, but it's still not too bad anyway. Alright, this is the last cave. Yeah, the path is just right up there. So probably one more battle, and then we'll be able to reach the summit. Actually, it looks like we made it without one, so hey, that works. Alright, so this is where we're going to be fighting our optional boss. This is the summit, of course, has a save point right here, so you probably want to use it if you're going to be taking this on. I think I'm actually going to save all the preparations and everything for the next part, so we can just go ahead and, you know, do that all at once. It'll be nice and continuous and pretty and everything. So next time we're going to continue on up to the summit and take on the optional boss in Legend of Legaia. So until then, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.